Good evening. Master Paul with a new tape for our beginners, Samak Sul, the continuation, which is going to be 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The next 5. We've already done the first 5. Miss Martha will be my partner. Thank you very much. Now the first ones we did, I did them on my right hand. The second, which is the only set we do this, I'm going to do them on my left hand. We're going to split the techniques, 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. As you practice these and you move it around, you should be able to do everything on either side, no problem at all. Very, very simple. 1 and 5 are almost identical, it's just going to a different direction. Roll my center, come across the top. Now look, right here I break her grip and I slide my hand until I feel that little bump in her elbow, and then I'm going to rotate it down and I pull my hand inward. Some people push down, I do not. I like to roll this in because it allows me to overcome those big muscle-bound guys with the big pecs and the shoulders and all that kind of stuff. If you try and push those guys down, they're so tight they don't want to move. So what you do is you roll it, and you roll them right in, and you can execute your technique. There you go. That is number 6. Now number 7 is the elbow in pocket and a hand in pocket. What I mean by that is a very simple way to remember it. I'm going to put this elbow in that pocket, and this hand in that pocket if she had a pair of jeans on. I'm going to use 2 of her pockets and put elbow in the front right here, hand in the back right there. Very, very simple. I'm going to drop my center, and as I drop my center, I'm going to do a little bit different balance break on this one. This one I was taught a long time ago to pick the hand up and cup it right here, bring the hand and break it away from the finger. See how she jumps up in the air? That's that little bang right there that you could execute the technique. Now I'm going to do this again without doing that to her because that's kind of painful. Okay? Yeah. So right here, I'm going to pick it up, I roll my hand under, and as soon as I roll my hand up, I'm going to put my thumb right here. Now, I'm going to step in close to her because I want to be really close when I turn. Now remember, put this elbow in that pocket. So I'm going to step, put that elbow in that pocket. See how she turns? She's turning in the position that I want her to be. Now I'm going to lower my center, I'm going to bring her hands over mine, and I'm going to rotate and put this hand in that pocket on the back side. Right here, come around the other side, and there she is. I have her. I've got her weight on my back. Doing it slow is not easy because she has to follow through. We'll do it just a little bit smoother, hopefully just a wee bit faster. Here, 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 roll in there. Now you see what I've done? I've got her hand. I was trying to hold you without throwing you. Normally you'd take them to the ground.
Yes, sir.
I'm just not throwing her in the ground with that one. Yeah, if you're in our class, you know that's all these techniques wind up on the ground. It's okay? But if you notice when I got to here, I had my elbow basically in her back, and I'm taking her hand and putting it in the back pocket right here, which arches her back and allows me to take her to the ground really easy. Now, number 8. Number 8's got a little more movement in it. Number 8 is a goofy grab. So I'm going to do my roll, there's my goofy grab. Now this foot does not move. This foot does all the motion. I'm going to step in and under her arm. Now watch how I rotate her hand. I'll try and do it as I'm talking, okay? I'm going to take her hand and push it out and up, rotate in, turn, face the mirror, both facing the same direction. Her palm is facing that way right there. I'm going to keep this foot continually coming around back to this area right here. And as I do, I'm going to rotate this hand up and back towards her and down. Now I normally step back on this side and I bring them into this side right here because it's clear. Now what you can do to execute this technique, you can follow with a knee. There's a lot of things you can do, but right now we just want to worry about the basic parameters of this technique itself. So here we go, one more time. Goofy grab. There it is. Step, in, around, turn, come around, face her. Now, my attack is on that pinky knuckle, right there. When I have her right here, I am taking her hand. I'm on 3 axes right here. One axis is I'm trying to turn this hand this way. The other axis I'm doing at the same time is turning it this way. So I'm rotating it this way, rotating it at the same time, plus I'm going down. That's the 3rd axis. So it's 1, 2, and down is 3. You put all those 3 together, and all that focus is right there. It should get you really good results when you do this. If not, back up, analyze it. When we get in class, we can fill in the gaps. Now, to be honest with you, I don't expect you to master these techniques. I really don't. Just learn the basic motion of the techniques, and soon this will be over. And when it's over, we'll get back on the mat. We will work through the details. We'll correct the little minor variances as you pick up little details, and we'll work on it and fine tune them to where they'll work properly for you. I just want to give you something to work with while we can't be on the floor together. All right, number 9, and I want you to be right here, please, ma'am. Number 10 is going to be a toss type. It's a little modified throw. And again, it's a goofy grab. 8, 9, and 10 are all goofy grabs. You come around, there's your goofy grab. I step here and I step right off to the side of Miss Martha. I turn up right here and I put your hand down to my hip right here. Now, right here, I'm going to take this foot, circle it back, and face the other way. So when I do that, I'm going to take my shoulder and actually apply pressure on her upper arm right here, which is trapped, to get her to move. So I'm going to just roll you in the ground. Ready? Right here, go, boom. And there she goes into the ground. Okay? If they roll here, they roll there, it doesn't matter, just as long as you do it. If you do it properly, they'll go on the ground. We'll do that one more time. Kind of a smooth forward motion, start to finish. And then I'm going to show you a couple of things to try to avoid when you do this. Because if you don't, they're going to give you problems. Lower my center, take my balance, step here, come around, boom, and there she is. Now that one I didn't step back simply because she started moving quickly. I didn't need to step back. But stepping back is a beginner requirement. There's one thing that will lead to real quick problems with this technique, and I'm going to show you what it is. Especially for beginners. Ready, Mr. Walker? Stand here, please, buddy. Stand on the side. No, it's better if I illustrate it this way. This shoulder is what's doing the work. When I'm pulling here, I'm actually bleeding them with this shoulder. So I'm coming out in this nice circular motion and coming back around. And they can't move that fast, so they gotta kind of go. And if you do it with any relative speed and you're dropping your center as you do this and you kind of corkscrew to the ground, they're gonna move for you. They're gonna go to the ground. One of the problems I see develop in some of the beginners when they're trying to figure out what's going on, they have a tendency to let the shoulder move back. If you let the shoulder move back, the technique collapses. It doesn't work. I'll show you what I mean. If I've done everything I'm supposed to, I've got her hand right here. If I step back and do this, you notice my shoulder move back, I have nothing to get this technique to work. Now I'm just trying to drag her around, which is just a matter of, am I strong enough to drag her around? We don't play that game. We don't like to do that. Strength is not used on the floor. We want to use technique on the floor. So let's just say I've done everything I'm supposed to do. What I want to make sure that I remember to do is to keep, first off, I don't want a big gap between her and I. My first step allows me to put my second step in between her. We're almost touching right now. So when I move, basically we move as one. And that's what I want. I don't want to be so far away that I try to drag her with me. Not good. So, turn sideways, Mr. Brother. This is never ever good to have this kind of distance here. You want to be right here so that when I move this shoulder, you see how she moves? She's part of me. I've actually made her part of me right here. So when I move here, she has to follow. So when I twist, I can go to the ground. The other thing is stepping too far back when you go to simple technique. Or you can be slightly in front of your opponent and it's not going to be as detrimental, but you cannot be behind them. Because if you're behind them, it goes back to the same thing. Stand right here on the side of me, please. Hold the side right here. It's the same thing as dropping my shoulder back. If I'm behind her, I have too much movement here before I make contact with this. So ideally, I want to be dead on the side. If I'm a hair in front of them, it's still going to work. You can be slightly in front, you cannot be behind them. You have to be either even with them or your shoulder has to be slightly in front for it to work correctly. That is Samak Sul number 9. Samak Sul number 10. Number 10 is basically a throw from the wrist. You can make this where you can do aerials out of them. I mean, I've been throwing everywhere in the world for this technique. But tonight we're going to do this in a very gentle way because remember, we're not so much practicing techniques, we're trying to learn the techniques tonight. And learning is totally different. After you learn them, then you practice. But before that, don't try and practice them. Just try and learn them. Try and learn the pathway that is necessary for you to complete the technique, okay? So, Ms. Martha's in front of me. So left-handed. Now, the 8 and 9, both of them are goofy grabs, but I went under her arm and went to this side right here. Went to I went to my left, her right. This time I'm going to my right, her left. So I'm going to take her hand and drop it down in circular motion this way, and I'm going to make a nice clean circular motion and bring it back up in the air. You'll see if you will follow the hand the way it's going. Now, when I step, when I do this and I step, I want to step in close to Miss Martha. I don't want to be far away from her. I'm going to take one step and one step only. I'm going to take one step right here beside her, turn, and we'll face this way right here. Now, if you notice, right now I am taking her wrist and I'm taking her hand and turning her palm over. The object of the game with this technique is to put that palm on the ground right here. So very slowly, very gently, just as far as the motion is concerned, I'm going to take her around, take her and put her palm on the ground. Just that simple. Now, I'm going to do it a little faster, but still smooth because I don't want to hurt her for the fun of it. And I'm going to take a knee like we should be doing. Or give us one thing. And watch the movement. Yes. Ready? There's my balance break and my goofy grip, right? I step in right here, I turn, I take a knee, put our hand on the ground, boom, there it is, okay? Stomach sole, number 10. Got it? Can't lay on the ground. So we've done 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like I say, use these for references to learn how to do these. Ms. Martha, thank you very much. And for the evening, that's the end of this one, and soon we'll have others posted for you for the adult class. Thank you, and y'all have a good night.